Jesus knows what you are going through. Heaven told me to say this to you now, not later, because later would be too late. The Spirit of a living God has chosen this exact moment to shake your soul awake, because there are burdens on your heart that no one else sees. You might smile before others, you might laugh when people are around, but when you are alone, the tears burn your eyes. And I tell you with holy authority, Jesus has seen every tear, he has counted them, and he has written your pain into the book of remembrance. My child, this is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment, and you are chosen to hear these words right now. Jesus knows the storms in your mind. He knows the heaviness on your shoulders. He knows the people who betrayed you, the promises that were broken, the doors that slam shut in your face. He knows the loneliness that grips your soul in the midnight hours. He knows the hunger of your heart for something more, something greater, something eternal. This is why heaven has sent me to whisper in your spirit, you are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not walking alone. Pause for a moment, child of God. Do you realize how powerful this is? Right now, as you hear these words, the angels of heaven are surrounding you. The presence of God is filling the space you are in. And if you believe this, type Amen in the comments, because that single word is not just a comment. It is a declaration in the spirit realm that you are aligned with heaven. Jesus knows what you're going through in secret. You prayed silently, asking, God, do you even hear me? Do you even care about what I'm facing? And here I am, delivering your answer. Yes, he hears. Yes, he cares. Yes, he is moving in ways you cannot yet see. Some of the things that hurt you were not punishments, they were redirections. Some of the people who left you did not abandon you. Heaven removed them so that your destiny could breathe. Listen to me, because this is urgent. There is a critical moment in your life right now. Heaven has seen the attacks against you. Heaven has seen the discouragement trying to weigh you down. Heaven has seen the spirit of delay trying to hold back your blessings. And the Lord Jesus Christ himself is declaring over you, enough is enough. You will rise again. You will see breakthrough. You will step into the promise that has your name on it. And I must ask you, as a sign of faith, to type 1111 in the comments if you are ready for divine alignment. For when you release that number, you are not just typing digits. You are declaring that your spirit is aligning with God's timing, that your steps are aligning with his will, that your breakthrough is aligning with heaven's decree. Do not underestimate this moment. This is not entertainment. This is not just another video you scrolled to. This is a supernatural interruption. God is saying, mine. Why? Child, I know you, I see you, I call you mine. Jesus knows what you're going through, and he is not standing far away watching you drown. He is stepping into the storm to pull you out. You thought you were forgotten, but heaven whispers you are remembered. You thought your prayers were ignored, but heaven answers. They are being collected like incense before the throne. You thought the delay meant denial, but heaven declares, delay is not denial. It is preparation for a blessing far greater than you imagined. My beloved, I ask you again, do you feel the stirring in your heart as you hear this? That is not your imagination. That is the Spirit of God bearing witness to your soul. And if you feel it, type 777 in the comments, because that number represents divine perfection and completion. You are about to see God complete what he started in your life. Jesus knows the pain you've been through in relationships. He knows the heartbreak, the rejection, the what done so in relationships. He knows the heartbreak, the rejection, betrayal. He knows the times you said, "Why me, Lord?" and he wept with you. But I tell you this, every wound you carry will be turned into a well of wisdom. Every scar on your heart will be a testimony of survival. Every loss you faced will become a stage for God's restoration. Do not despise your pain, for it is producing glory you cannot yet see. And hear this, those who mocked you will be silenced when they see what God does in your life. Those who doubted you will be shocked when the tables turn. Those who betrayed you will regret the day they let go of someone God Himself has chosen. My child, I tell you again, Jesus knows what you're going through, and He will not let you be crushed by it. Now, I ask you for another act of faith. If you are waiting for financial blessings, type 999 in the comments. Because 9 is the number of birthing, and your harvest is about to be born. God has seen your sleepless nights wondering how you will make it. God has seen the shame you felt when you could not provide what you wanted. God has seen the debts, the closed doors, the struggles, but today heaven speaks. Provision is coming. Resources are shifting. Unexpected blessings are on the way. Jesus knows what you're going through in your mind. The overthinking, the anxiety, the fear of the future. You've been carrying battles inside that nobody else could fight for you. But Jesus whispers to you now, "My peace I give you, my child. Not as the world gives, but as heaven gives. Receive it, and if you receive it, write peace in the comments. Declare it with your words, because when you speak it, heaven seals it." This message arrives at a crossroad in your life, not by accident, but by intentional design from the heart of heaven. You may be feeling overwhelmed right now, worn thin by circumstances that seem too heavy to bear, uncertainties pressing down like the weight of unseen mountains. Yet in this very moment, a revelation is rising, not from what you feel, but from what God knows and has ordained for you. Heaven's eyes are fixed upon your journey, and divine timing is in motion. Every ache, every doubt, every whisper of inadequacy that tries to drown out the call on your life is being met with the unyielding assurance of God's grace. You are being aligned for breakthrough, set up for destiny, not because you feel ready or qualified, but because the one who calls you is faithful to finish what He begins. You have been chosen, not just noticed or tolerated, but handpicked by God for a purpose greater than your current reality. The love that fashioned you before the foundation of the world is the same love that pursues you now. The same love that refuses to let go when you feel unseen, unheard, or forgotten. You are a child of God, cherished, held, nurtured in the secret places of His presence. Every detail of your story has been woven with purpose. Even the seasons of silent waiting and painful stretching are not wasted. They are the soil in which your future will flourish. Take a breath now, and let this truth settle deep into your spirit. You are loved. You are not alone in your wrestling. The one who shaped the stars has written your name on the palm of His hand. You are seen when you feel invisible. You are heard when your prayers seem lost in the wind. Let hope arise within you as you realize that nothing can distance you from the attention of heaven. You are being prepared even in your weakness for a new and glorious chapter. The struggles of your past are only the foundation stones for what is coming. The breakthroughs, the restoration, the favor, the abundance that Jesus has spoken over your life. They are on the horizon, rushing towards you on waves of divine promise. Look around at the shaking circumstances. It may feel as though the ground itself is trembling under your feet. Yet do not be afraid, beloved. The shaking is not punishment, it is preparation. God is moving behind the scenes, working through the chaos, shaking loose the things that would hinder your growth. Sometimes before new seeds can sprout, the old soil must be broken up. The hard place is fractured so new life may take root. Sometimes, doors must close, not because you have failed, but because God is ushering you towards an opening you never imagined. Relational shifts, sudden endings, disappointments, these are painful but purposeful. When the wrong people leave, it makes room for the right ones to enter. When one opportunity ends, it positions you for a divine opportunity that carries the fingerprint of heaven. Trust, believe. This is the invitation set before you. To agree with God's plan and step out in faith even when fear tries to silence your voice. And if this word resonates in your heart right now, make a declaration. Type 222 in the comments. That tangible act is a sign of agreement, an announcement to heaven that you are partnering with God for your breakthrough, standing in unity with His promises. Agreement multiplies the power of your faith. It aligns your spirit with the rhythm of heaven and releases angels to minister and bring forth the miracles you are waiting for. Hear the voice of Jesus speaking over you now. He says, "Do not quit. Do not give up. Do not believe the lies of the enemy." There has been warfare around your life because you carry something precious. You have endured battles others never saw, carried weights others could never understand, all because the enemy sees the anointing on your life, the unique call, the destiny God has written for you. If you faced storms that seemed relentless, if you've wondered why your path felt unusually hard, it is because you are carrying breakthrough, carrying legacy, carrying promise. The opposition has been fierce because your future is fierce. The enemy fights hardest against those whose impact will be greatest for the kingdom. But redemption is already at work in your story. What the enemy used to break you, God is using to build you. Every scar, every tear, every moment of despair is being turned into strength, into testimony, into a weapon for victory. The places where you thought you were falling apart are the places where God is constructing a new foundation. Your battles are birthing resilience and authority. Your pain is being redeemed for purpose. The enemy meant to silence you, but God is raising your voice, increasing your influence, and preparing you for moments that will impact generations. Now, if you are ready to step into the fullness of your destiny, God is inviting you to make another declaration. Type "glory" in the comments. That word is a spiritual announcement, an act of faith that proclaims your agreement with heaven. It tells darkness that you are no longer bowing to fear or defeat. It tells your angels that you are prepared to walk into your calling. It tells heaven and hell alike that you are stepping into the light, into the assignment divinely ordained for your life. Remember, Jesus knows what you are facing in this precise moment. He has not abandoned you in the valley or forgotten you in the storm. He has walked with you through hidden seasons of heartbreak and has held you in every lonely hour. Even when you couldn't see Him, He was carrying you. Even when you felt lost, He was guiding your steps with gentleness and wisdom. Now He is ushering you into a new season. A season of answers, of open doors, of divine connections. Prayers that you thought had fallen silent are about to be answered. Opportunities that seemed impossible are being unlocked. Connections that were divinely orchestrated are coming into alignment. Peace that no one can steal and abundance that no one can block. These are the inheritance coming to those who choose to trust and walk by faith, even when the path seems uncertain. The urgency of this moment is clear. Heaven's clock is ticking and your hour has come. You are more than a spectator in the story, you are a central figure in God's unfolding plan. Do not be deceived into thinking your role is minor. The tapestry of destiny would be incomplete without your thread. There are people whose transformation depends on your obedience, communities whose revival hinges on your willingness to step out, legacies that will shift because of the choices you make now. The pain you have endured has equipped you for the promise ahead. The tears you have shed are being sown as seeds of joy for the harvest to come. Do not let discouragement steal your momentum. Do not let disappointment paralyze your faith. The storm will not last forever. The pain is a temporary passage, a necessary process on the road to restoration. Joy is on the other side. Breakthrough is closer than you think. Favor is chasing you down. You will not be defined by your failures, but by the victories that arise from your persistence. Every time you chose faith over fear, hope over despair, you invested in the future God is shaping. The enemy may try to magnify your mistakes, but God is emphasizing your progress. You may wonder, how can I be sure? Because when God speaks a word over you, it is backed by His character, His integrity, His unfailing love. His promises are not empty, they are living, active and ready to bring you into everything He has prepared. Heaven celebrates your belief. Heaven moves at the sound of your agreement. When you declare, I believe, you enact a spiritual transaction, a seal upon your soul that opens the floodgates of miracles. Let those words be your final act of alignment today. Type them. Speak them. Allow them to anchor your heart in His truth. Because belief is not passive, it is a declaration that partners with heaven to unlock supernatural intervention. You are not abandoned, no matter how fierce the battle. Jesus has walked with you through every moment of trial, has interceded for you when your strength failed, has carried you when exhaustion threatened to bury your hope. Right now He is preparing to lift you higher than you've ever been. This is not vain motivation. This is a divine appointment. This is your confirmation. You are not finished. You are not finished. You are being readied for your next assignment. You are not invisible. You are being brought to the forefront for impact. You are not defeated. You are chosen. And heaven's voice has spoken favor and blessing over your future. If you look back on your journey, you may see places of deep struggle, seasons of loss, detours that seemed meaningless. There were nights where the silence felt unbearable and mornings where the weight of disappointment pressed heavily on your chest. There were prayers whispered through tears that you thought were unanswered, and moments where your faith seemed too fragile to survive another storm. Yet, through it all you have arrived here. Every twist and turn, every valley and mountain, every closed door and every unexpected delay has been woven by God's meticulous hand into the masterpiece of your destiny. What looked like failure was preparation. What felt like abandonment was protection. What seemed like loss was really the clearing of space for something greater than you had the capacity to imagine at the time. Nothing was wasted, and nothing ever will be wasted in the hands of the one who authors your life with perfect wisdom and love. The detours that confused you were in fact divine reroutings tearing you away from snares you could not see, and toward promises you had not yet discovered. The battles that drained you were secretly building muscles of faith that now strengthen you for the race still before you. The tears you shed were not in vain. They watered the very soil where your breakthrough is now beginning to grow. Pause for a moment and let gratitude fill your spirit. Take a breath and thank God for the closed doors that you once begged Him to open, because in His mercy He knew they would have led to destruction. Thank Him for the battles that nearly broke you, because they forged in you resilience and trust you could not have gained any other way. Thank Him for the lessons hidden in the silence, for the strength hidden in the waiting, and for the love that never let you go even when you could not feel it. God is the author of your story, and His pen never falters. His ink never runs dry. His love is the ink that writes purpose into every paragraph of your life. Even when you thought the pages of your story had been torn apart, he was still writing, still redeeming, still shaping every detail into alignment with his greater plan. The enemy cannot steal what God has already sealed. Your blessings are not up for grabs. They are sealed by the blood of Jesus, secured by the authority of heaven, and preserved until the moment God has appointed for their unveiling. No scheme of darkness can rewrite what God Himself has already spoken over your destiny. No setback is strong enough to cancel the promise. No delay is powerful enough to derail the plan. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You are not too late. Everything is still unfolding exactly as it should. So release the fear that clings to tomorrow. Fear has lied to you long enough. Anxiety has stolen too many of your days. The enemy has whispered too many false scenarios into your mind, but today is the day you let go. You cannot hold fear in one hand and faith in the other, for one will always choke the life out of the other. Today, lay it down. Lay down the anxiety that has tried to steal today's joy. Lay down the burdens that have pressed heavy on your heart, knowing that Jesus is inviting you to trade them for His rest, His peace, His strength. This is not a season of striving. It is a season of surrender. It is not a season of endless battles. It is a season of supernatural breakthrough. You will walk through open doors that no man can shut. You will meet divine connections that will propel you further into your purpose. You will experience peace so deep, it will confound the very people who thought you would break under the pressure. You will see abundance that cannot be blocked by human hands, because the favor on your life is authored by the one whose word cannot fail. His promises do not return void. His timing is perfect and His goodness cannot be denied. Even when it feels delayed, your breakthrough is not denied. Even when it looks impossible, God is already working behind the scenes. Heaven is aligning every detail to bring forth the manifestation at the appointed time. This is your moment. Do not shrink back in fear or hesitation. The hour is urgent, but you are not alone. You are surrounded by the presence of the living God. You are carried by the prayers of the saints who have gone before you. Prayers that still echo in eternity and cover your life even now. You are protected by angels sent on assignment to minister to your destiny. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The old has gone. The new is emerging. Even now, seeds of promise that were buried long ago are breaking through the surface. Watered by your persistence, nourished by your persistence, nourished by your willingness to believe again. Type "I believe" as an act of faith and watch how heaven responds to your agreement. Miracles always follow agreement. Restoration always follows surrender. Breakthrough always follows belief. Faith is the key that unlocks the door, and your willingness to declare it aloud is a signal to the heavens that you are ready for the next chapter. So press on, child of God. Lift your eyes above the dust of your past battles. Shake off the weight of disappointment. Stand firm in the truth of who you are. The world may see brokenness when they look at you, but heaven sees victory. The enemy may point at your failures, but God sees potential. Your scars are not evidence of defeat. They are proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. And now those scars are becoming the testimony that will inspire others. Heaven is aligning every detail of your life for such a time as this. Nothing is wasted, not the pain, not the loss, not the confusion. All of it is being redeemed. You are loved with an everlasting love. You are chosen for a purpose bigger than yourself. You are seen in every moment of silence. You are heard in every whispered prayer. You are being prepared, strengthened, and equipped to step into more than you have ever dared to imagine. The best is not behind you. The best is still ahead. Do not despise the shaking, for the shaking is proof that God is moving. Do not resist the stretching, for the stretching is proof that He is enlarging your capacity to carry more. Do not fear the pruning, for the pruning is proof that greater fruit is on the way. Embrace it. Let faith rise in your heart once more. The story is not over. A new chapter is beginning. And in this chapter your testimony will shine brighter than your trials ever did. Your joy will outweigh your pain. Your restoration will outweigh your loss. Your victory will silence every lie spoken against you. You are qualified not because of your perfection but because of God's grace. You are equipped not because of your own strength but because of the Spirit of God who dwells within you. You are empowered not because of worldly status but because heaven itself has stamped its seal of approval upon you. Heaven has spoken. The matter is settled. Your breakthrough is coming. Believe it, receive it. Let hope be rekindled in your soul. You are not finished. You are chosen. You are more than enough. The night may have felt long, but dawn is breaking. The wilderness may have felt endless, but the promised land is closer than you think. The waiting may have been painful, but the reward will be worth it all. God is not a man that He should lie. His word is unshakable. His word is unshakable. His love is unchanging. His promises are unfailing. When He said you will overcome, He meant it. When He said you will prosper, He meant it. When He said no weapon formed against you will prosper, He meant it. And nothing in heaven or earth or under the earth can cancel what God Himself has decreed over your life. All of creation is waiting, watching, anticipating the unveiling of what God will do through you. The very trials that tried to destroy you will become the platform for your testimony. The very enemies that mocked you will watch as God prepares a table before you. The very storms that threaten to drown you will become the rivers of refreshing that carry you forward. So let your heart rise in worship. Let gratitude be the melody on your lips. Let faith be the rhythm of your steps. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is already on its way. The answer to your prayer is already in motion. The miracle you need is already being orchestrated. Trust the process, because the author is trustworthy. Surrender the outcome, because the one who holds it is faithful. Stand firm in the assurance that you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, and you are not overlooked. Heaven's eyes are on you. Heaven's hand is guiding you. Heaven's plan is unfolding around you. Heaven's plan is unfolding around you, and as you align your faith with His word, nothing can stop the fulfillment of His promises. You are chosen, you are loved, you are victorious, and your story is only just beginning.